Hi, and welcome to a rare Sunday afternoon live card making tutorial. My paper pumpkin kit arrived yesterday. I said I would do lives with these, and I thought, why not? Tomorrow's going to get even nicer out, so I thought, let's do this today so I can get outside and do some of that yard work and a few other things. So we start by introducing myself. I'm Shelley Godby, and for 24 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. Okay, so let's have a look at the May Paper Pumpkin Kit Mountain Majesties. I'm like, oh, this is so pretty. All right, so here's the thing with paper pumpkin. Once I'm showing it to you, it's too late to subscribe and get that kit, as it just showed up in the mailbox because I can't get it before you. But if you're a subscriber and there are leftover kits and sometimes full kits that include the stamp set and the ink spot, or refill kits, you can then, if you're a subscriber, let me show you how you can do that. If you're a subscriber, then you can get it. Two reasons to do the videos for the subscribers, so they can just follow along and put their kit together with me, or the other to show you what you've been missing to make sure you don't miss out on anything else. All right. And so scan that QR code and subscribe, and that price includes shipping, and you'll get Stampin' Rewards. Um, so there we go. And so then, like I said, so you don't ever miss out again, because I just kept seeing everything I was missing, and they were just so nice. Like, I have got to do this. Okay, we've got Jay here. Hello, and Miss Mary. Oh, from the Netherlands. So fantastic. All right, so this kit, gorgeous. Now, it was designed, I don't know. Oh, I see why the table's shaking. I'm hitting it with my with my chair, the arm of my chair. Um, they had Father's Day in mind, but of course we can use these because this greeting, and you can use your own greetings, but what comes here is we got happy birthday, you're the greatest, happy Father's Day, you mean the world to me. Let's see, for a wonderful man, I love you, and best dad ever. And Miss Sherry, fantastic. And then you have your own greetings, but you may find something in here to use. And then last month, one of my sweet viewers said, you know what? She does the Father's Day cards and gives them to her grandchildren for their father. And I thought, oh, because my dad has passed, my husband has passed. I thought, I don't need Father's Day cards, but you know what? There are some kids at church that have fathers, so that's a great way. Or just adapt it to the greeting that will work for you. But look at the colors in this kit and everything that's in there. And Miss Joanne, fantastic. And so you get your color instructions, then everything you need to make 3 each of these cards. We've got some vellum here. Both of these are vellum. Our die cuts for our greetings, and I so appreciate they give us a couple extras in case I mess up. Look at these card bases. Aren't these gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then die cuts and an ink spot, and you always get an ink spot. And Stampin' Up! Tries not to repeat a color in a year, so you can get a really nice variety. This is Misty Moonlight. Look at all these Stampin' Dimensionals. Yay. And I always have leftovers. Tear and tape adhesive that makes life really easy. And the gorgeous coordinating envelopes. Now, when you're a first-time subscriber, so the first time you subscribe, you get a clear amount block in it. And you save that, and you can use it over and over and over. So this is an all-inclusive kit. And so a great gift, if you wanted to get somebody scrapbooking, you could give them the gift of a paper pumpkin kit. So, but you know what? There are a couple things I use in addition to the kit that I just think everybody should have, even just paper pumpkin subscribers. A bone folder. Very nice. So we're going to take this, just like always, even if I cut this myself, I line these edges up, and there we go. And then I get a good crisp fold. Oh, these are so pretty. I know there are some people that cut these apart and make 2 cards out of them. You know, that's an option. You certainly can do that. I just think they're so beautiful as they are. But that's the fun of you can follow the directions or do your own thing. Today, I will be following the directions to the best of my ability. All right. And so I know I need one each of these, so I might as well go ahead and pop those out. But I really like there are some spares. You know, ever since I started including spares, I tend to do a better job. Not perfect, but better. Okay, so we've got that. And let's go ahead, and I like to do them in order following the instructions. Now, you know what? I have all the colors, so I'm just going to go ahead and use a full-size pad. I have it, makes my life easier, but the spot does come with it. All right, so we will start with this one. You can see that big, very, very nice. And hey, if you haven't yet, because I haven't said it, please give my video a thumbs up and a share. So let's get the pieces that we need for this. All right, here is one of them. The vellum is so pretty. That one. And this one, and they come out pretty doggone easily. And I'm so glad you joined me. We're having a holiday weekend here in the States. I thought, yeah, I'm still going to go ahead. I said I would. All right, I need this one. There we go. And they're easier than you think because we're pretty much just following the landscape that they already have here for us. Okay, and the envelope for this one, oh yeah, aren't these pretty? Oh my goodness. I mean, you could use them with any of them, but you know, this is the one they had designed to go with that. Very, very nice. Oh, and Miss Sherry is here. Fantastic. All right, so now it was following the instructions to get the adhesive where I'm supposed to. So let's start with the greeting. And I grabbed, because I have my block, something else on it, a clear block H, instead of taking them off and cleaning all the time. And because I do want to let some the children at church have these, I do want to use the Happy Father's Day. On my first one, I chose You're the Greatest. So photopolymer stamps, it is very easy to stretch them out of shape. So just let them fall onto your craft table. Take your clear mount block to it. Then you aren't pulling it out of shape. It's easier to do than you think. Right, so here is my label and my Misty Moonlight. So pick this up, slide that over. Oh, and I'm hitting the, okay. All right. So we'll ink this up with either one. So obviously it's too late to get this, right? Because we have to be subscribed by the 10th of the month to get the kit for that month. But there's still hope if you go ahead and subscribe that you can get a refill kit. Very, very nice. Okay, so that is done. Let's close this for now. Little push, flip. There we go. And let me show you what I am beyond excited for this one. Look at this. This is the June kit. This is a July online exclusive sneak peek. There is a suite to go with this, the Floral Charm Suite. Oh boy, are these gorgeous or what? I can't wait to get this. So that will be in June. So you need to be subscribed by June 10th in order to get this kit. And then, of course, we will do it together. So, so pretty. Okay, so let me bring this back of what we were working on. Okay, so, and for this, and these are full size Stampin' Dimensionals. Very nice. A friend came over, one of my sweet stampers, and saw the cards from April. She went crazy about those. Like, oh, where did you get those? Like, well, it was a paper pumpkin kit. Okay, so we've got that. Now, I am following these, and I have to admit, I got a little confused, but I was on the phone, but I'm okay now. And so this is how it will go on, but it's showing us flipped over. where to put the adhesive. Okay. And then this one, it has adhesive on both sides. So that was really messing me up. So on facing this way, because it will get flipped over, we're going to use the tear and tape adhesive. But I am easily confused. I am not mechanically minded at all. So by the time I figure it out, I can show you what to do. And hopefully I get it all right. So tear and tape on this side. Wait a minute, I'm on the wrong one. Let me think. Okay, I definitely... Oh, you know what? I have this on the wrong side. Let's see if we can pull this up. I've got a piece that I'm missing. Where's the... Oh, this is the piece I'm looking for. Okay, this is the piece that it goes on both sides. They are a little bit similar. I'm sorry. I really have to concentrate and I get talking. Oh, okay, we've got some folks here who know each other. Okay, and then this in the directions. How? Let me stop and think. If you give me a second, I'm sorry. Okay, so that will end up going on like this. So we'll turn it over and put some adhesive down here. Okay, and this one goes on. All right, we're getting there. Firing on all 4 cylinders now. Okay, and this one gets dimensionals. Fantastic. And this one, so we already have adhesive, right? Tear and tape on the back. We also need it on the front. And this is what it shows us. Okay, so what I do know I need to do is be careful how high I let them go, which they try to show you, because that vellum will go over top. And well, even if it wasn't vellum, you sure wouldn't want a dimensional sticking out. Let's double check this. Let's come down just a little bit. That was playing right on the edge. Come down a little bit. There we go. Okay. And we're going to call that good. We got all of our adhesive on everything. Here's our card base, and then you start building it, and they really are pretty. And so we're just building over what's already there. Tear and tape. So this vellum, look how this follows it. So once you figure that out, that we're following what's already there, it's like, oh, okay. It helps you identify the pieces and just how everything goes. I do want to make sure I go along the bottom, because neatness counts, even though these are super easy, but super cool. You know what I need? I was supposed to stamp first. Let's come back with that Misty Moonlight. I was thinking just the greeting, but the birds are awesome. And look at this. So we're going to come up in the sky. And that's what's so nice with the bone folder. This is laying nice and flat for me to stamp. Okay. Doom. And then you get to have the stamps, right? They're yours. You will have these birds and everything else for another time. There we go. Okay. All right. And then next, some more vellum. I should have had my stamping sleeves. Look at that. I got ink on there. All right. So I didn't get all the adhesive off of this. I guess I didn't necessarily need a adhesive on the back. I thought I saw that. And then this. Here we go. All right. All this dimension is so awesome. So it took that flat image that's on the front, and I can show you that. It was flat, but now with all this dimension, wow, huh? Very, very pretty. It just adds a lot. that dimension instead of just being flat like that. And then our greeting. Oops, I already took the sticky off of that. Oh, okay. And out right there is looking good. And there is card number 1. Yay! Okay, so on to card number 2. We've got the mountain. And nice, nice, nice. Aren't these pretty? Okay, so the pieces we need. Oh, I need more. There are more die cuts here somewhere. As I was setting stuff aside, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I need this nice big one. Very pretty. We'll put the adhesive on the back of that, on the back of this. And what other, and I need my mountains. And this one. All right, and back with our dimensionals. Okay, so I need my directions. Without a doubt, I need directions. Let's do our stamping first this time. Oh, back with the birds. Just the small one. And this is on a clear block B. Of course, you can keep using the block that comes with it. But if you have these, and if you don't have the Stampin' Up! Ones yet, wow, are they ever comfortable to hang on to. So there we go. That is it for stamping on this one. So let's put this away for right now. And we will start with, there's just a lot of pieces going on here. So on the back of this one, dimensionals. Let's not go too high. And they show that in the directions. You don't want a dimensional showing. That's not pretty. Okay, this one goes on first, so let's just do it. Do it in order. Instead of trying to get the adhesive on everything and then putting it together. No harm at all. So we've got, and you see again how this follows it. And you're thinking, wait a minute, I'm covering it all up. And you are, but we will add those layers back in. So then, isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let me see. And you have to give me a second to think because, oh, okay. You know what? This one goes on the last one. That's why. Okay, so on this one, tear and tape adhesive. Love this stuff because you literally just tear it. So easy to use. And unlike the sticky strip we used to have, that red line tape, you could hardly get you get the backing off and then you couldn't get it off your fingers. So I like to press down. Yeah, these cards are gorgeous. Yes. So happy with this kit. But that June kit, but you know, roses, pink roses, and light pink roses in particular are my absolute favorite flowers. So I see roses like, oh, it's that full of charm. I haven't seen the sweet yet, but just based from that card, yeah, I need it. And that'll be a July. There we go. And then lots and lots of dimensionals on this, but it makes sense. As I'm sitting here thinking about it, you know, we've got all these mountains and in dimension, we're building them up and just making something that's so simple, simply wonderful. Okay. I'm just using as many as they did. They're making sure they supported this bad boy. Okay. And then Look at that, right over top. But we get to see all that behind it. And then this goes on here, and a couple dimensionals for this. And this is going to help that blue stand out. Yeah, I have a feeling this will be everyone's favorite in the kit. I'm not trying to be biased, but it really is beautiful. Okay, and so look, this is going here, so we need the dimensionals on this side to support it. So it'll sit right. I like all of them, but yeah, this is my favorite. We got to live in Utah for a year, and I just couldn't believe I'd look out the, step outside and mountains. I thought, oh my gracious, people get to do this all the time. And as we drove out of sight of the mountains, it did break my heart. And so there's number 2. All right. So let's look. We've got 1 and 2. I do love the dimension. All right. Third card. Now we need this piece. Not sure where my head is this weekend. That's okay. My mom and I played Quirkle this afternoon. Yeah, the reflection on the lake. I know. Gorgeous, gorgeous. We played Quirkle. I don't know if you've ever played that game. And a lot of fun. And then we hadn't played in such a long time, I didn't remember the rules. And she went out, and I had one play that tied us up. And I said, well, I think that should count. Then I looked at the rules, and no, it didn't. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, so I'm looking at the directions, and they're having us turn them all over. And see, they show you the orientation. Because on the vellum ones, it can get confusing. But on this, that orientation, that's good. And then right up here in the sun, I'll say, or it's a moon, our greeting. And we're going to come back. And they used, you mean the world to me? And you know what? That would work for a lot of, that'd be a great thank you, as well as, Father's Day for sure. You mean the world to me? So I'm going to say that's I don't know, moon. So there we go. Isn't that pretty stamped up in there? And that's it. You could add some birds if you wanted, but they did not. So I think I have all the elements, and it'll start with, yep, this one. And they number them. They don't number, they letter them to help you put them in order, A, B, and C. But it makes sense it would go from the largest to the smallest, right? So yeah, Quirkle, a lot of fun. It reminds me of dominoes, but it's colors and shapes. And my mom, she said, why are there little black dots on all the orange ones? Because we had orange and red and yellow, green, purple. There were 6 in all. And I said, well, because my dad had macular degeneration. And I said, well, it helped Dad see the orange from the red better. She's like, oh, yeah. And then we started playing. She's like, okay, I'm really glad we have that. It is a lot easier to see. And he loved that game. There we go. I knew he had dementia, so I would go over every Sunday afternoon and play games because, that's helpful. Keeping the the brain active. And my mom, she's, what is she, 84? So keeping her brain active, and, I get younger every day. So it's just good for all of us. Although, I am not giving medical advice, but I just think this card making is helpful in that we use our head. We're using our mind for just being creative, figuring out dimensions. Oh, never played it, but yes, Quirkle. And And so we have a leg up with all of this, but games certainly do get your mind going. So that's good. And it's a good time of fellowship. Okay, in this one, dimensionals too. So lots and lots of dimension. But they gave us a lot of dimensionals because this is my second set of the cards made. And you can see I will have them left over. They're showing these along the bottom. So we'll do that. And that first one, I think I messed up a little. I think I had some dimensionals where I shouldn't. So follow the directions. I mean, my goal is for you to be able to follow along with me and make them. But that first one, I'll need to revisit and think about that. Okay, lots of dimension. Holy smokes. And this gets the orange envelope with a beautiful, beautiful sky. So here we go. Here are our 3 cards with the Mountain Majesties, right? Paper pumpkin kit for May. And so, like I said, if you subscribe, you know, a lot of times there are refill kits. You could get the refill kit, and or possibly the full kit. But make sure you don't miss out on. Come on, we're loving this, right? Look at that. You don't want to miss out on that. So you'll want to go ahead and get subscribed. I've got the link below the video, using that link so you don't miss out on the Full of Charm one and the possibility to get these and some other past kits too. So gorgeous. And I can't wait to see if the young men at church, they're, well, young little boys, if they would like to have these to give to their dad. So that'll be a lot of fun. And whoever's added that comment last time, I appreciate that. Like, oh, yeah, I can do that too. So here we go. Oh, okay, fantastic. And so I'm so glad you came and joined me because, I didn't give much of a notice because I had just gotten back from my mom's and thought, I want to do this. So I need to do the video. So there was very little notice. So I'm so impressed there were that many of you. And on a Sunday, that's unusual for me. And a Sunday and a holiday on top of it. But yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. They're not available in most other countries. I know they're working on it. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed spending part of your Sunday afternoon with me because I am so glad you did join me. And again, I'm going to say the Paper Pumpkin, go ahead and subscribe. And with me, you need to have a U.S. address to subscribe with me. I'm a U.S. demo, and I can only have U.S. customers ordering Stampin' Up! Products. But I should enjoy sharing with everybody throughout the globe. And we have a lot of our friends from outside of the U.S. joining me today. So thank you. And if you haven't yet, please give my video a thumbs up and a share. I sure appreciate that. So it's that time where I say once again, thank you for joining me. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand-stamped smiles. And God bless.